gathering of a lot of good friends. Thank you so much, Dr. Felden, a very long-term supporter of our organization, and I'd really, again, like to reiterate our thank you to the Flums for their very, very generous support. So it's going to be fantastic. I have to put my glasses on now, guys. Sorry, but just in case. Steve, I got to tell you, I was so fired up, ready to throw balls at people after your riveting remarks. So I was trying to behave myself. So thank you. I think Steve is just a tremendous example of what having a world-class sporting opportunity brings to the table. And I know that we Rochesters can just go back and forth every year on this because we're really, really thrilled to have it in our community. Because Rochester's been a community, as you heard from Dr. Felden, that has had a long history of supporting people with vision loss. And this is just a perfect place to have this type of event. And it also presents the opportunity to showcase the many talents of people with vision loss. And no doubt this will be highly competitive, but I'm sure it will be, there will be a lot of friendly support and a lot of support from our very, very warm and welcoming community. So very excited about that. ABVI, we are prepared and excited to provide a host of different services for the players, for their family members, for our partners. The Radisson is here, they're partnering with us, for the fields, any type of support that we will be able to offer the event, we're thrilled to do that. Because for more than 100 years, ABVI has been empowering people. And we cannot wait to see this incredible field of dreams in Rochester. So, Steve, thank you so much. You got me so fired up. I really don't want to do any more work now. And now, again, this is going to be an incredible partner of ours. She has been an incredible partner of ours for a very long time. Dr. Lauren Lieberman, who's got the heavy lifting ahead now. So she's going to be our tournament director. So please welcome.
Thank you, Mary. I want to thank Mary, and I also want to thank ABVI for all the support that they've already given us so far this year. And I'm really excited about the tournament on so many levels, but I'll just tell you a little bit about my background just so you understand how this fits in. Like, why am I doing this? That's what some of my colleagues have said. Why are you doing this? But my background started at the Perkins School for the Blind. So I was a teacher and a coach at Perkins School for the Blind before I went back and got my doctorate. And after I got my doctorate, I got a job at the college at Brockport. And I've been in the kinesiology department now. This is my 20th year at Brockport. And since I started at Brockport, that first year, I started a camp called Camp Abilities, which is a sports camp for children with visual impairments. And I just want to put a plug in because we could not have done it without the Brockport Lions Club. And I see Greg, Tammy here are from the Brockport Lions Club, so I want to thank you for that because we wouldn't have had Camp Abilities without them. And so for the last 20 years, I've been running this camp at Brockport. We do all kinds of sports. And so the kids are learning how to play beep baseball and goalball and swim and track and field. And one year we were fortunate enough to bring up the Long Island Bombers, and our kids were exposed to elite high-level beep baseball, and they actually recruited some of our players, and now they play on their team, which was a very fortunate thing. And in 2011, my department was also fortunate enough to host the National Goalball Tournament. And goalball is a Paralympic sport, and it's played all over the world, and we had the best teams from all over the United States at the college at Brockport for that tournament. And if I'm not mistaken, that might have been one of the reasons why we got the bid, because we know how to host big tournaments.
Maybe.
And one of the other things that I do as a professor at Brockport is I do a lot of research on interventions and how do we improve the lives of kids who do have visual impairments and how to help teach them and be the best they can be. One of our mottos for Camp Abilities is Believe You Can Achieve, and that brings us to the National Beep Baseball World Series. And so what we're hoping to do, our department is going to be helping with volunteers, with spreading the word and getting the word out, with refereeing, and many other ways of helping with the Beep Baseball World Series. But what we need from the community is there's a lot of ways that people can help us. One is people can do an Adopt a Ball program, and it's $125, and then you get a ball in the name of your organization or your family, whatever you would like to do to adopt a ball, whatever name you would like to associate with that. That's one of the programs. You can also just donate money and be part of the supporters for the event. We also are looking for volunteers. If you think about it, we're going to have, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, we're going to have 10 fields at a time of games played, and for each game we need 4 volunteers per game. So that's 40 volunteers for each game. We're going to have at least 3 games per day.
Or more.
Or more. And so we're really going to need a lot of volunteers for that week, whether they can volunteer for 1 game or for the whole week. We need volunteers to sign up for that. We're also looking for hosts, and what we want to do for each team, we want to host for that team. So if it's their first time into Rochester, we can expose them to the community. We can tell them where they can go to have a drink or to get some first aid supplies or just go out for a coffee. And so we want hosts from the area to be hosting each team for the duration of the week. And so those are some different ways that people can donate and volunteer. And I just want to thank, again, I want to thank our Brockport Lions Club and all the Lions Clubs of this area, which is 20E1. I want to thank ABVI because we couldn't do it without the support of ABVI and the Slum Eye Institute, and of course our Capabilities and the College at Brockport for all their support. And just thank you everybody for being here, and looking forward to the awesome World Series of Youth Baseball.